CNN's Money and Main Street.
Very thoughtful discussion of what's happening.
I got to tell you, Christine, I spent a lot of time in Michigan and covering the auto story. I really look forward to the day when Detroit really starts once again to turn that corner. It's a great place, and it can be. Michigan can be really prosperous.
This is a great American city, and as we've said over and over again, I mean, there's a middle class that was born there that really was set the standard for the middle class across the country, and that means a lot of people look to what's happening in Detroit with great fear about how the rest of the country could.
So it's important that it comes back around.
Absolutely. Okay, the state of Michigan is desperate for jobs, especially outside of the troubled auto industry. As mentioned, there's some hope coming from an unexpected place. CNNMoney.com's Poppy Harlow explains.
Don't be surprised to see George Clooney or Robert De Niro next time you're in Michigan. Those Hollywood A-listers have joined others like Clint Eastwood to make major motion pictures in the embattled state as it works to reinvent itself.
We are focused entirely on diversifying our economy, for example, in the creative economy, whether it's filmmaking.
Here's the deal. You stay away, because if I have to come back here again, it's going to be ugly.
Clint Eastwood's Rancho Reno takes place just a few miles from Detroit. So what's the incentive to film here? A 42% tax break for studios that hire local workers rather than bring in their own crews. Sounds great, but here's the problem. Even though Michigan has a skilled labor force, most don't have any experience working on film sets.
Okay.
Enter Mort Meisner and the Center for Film Studies. Started in March, the school gives Michigan workers the chance to hone their skills to meet the needs of movie execs.
I don't think Hollywood woke up this morning and decided, hey, let's go to Michigan. They're coming to Michigan because the tax incentives are here.
These are normally just painted black, so
a full course isn't cheap. It costs $5,000. But 75% of the workers in the program are getting a free ride thanks to funding from Michigan's No Worker Left Behind program. At this class, construction workers that are used to building homes are learning how to build sets.
It seems like the movies are coming here. There's a demand for carpenters, so we're actually right at the front of it right now, so I want to be right there.
The real mission, pure and simple, is leave a legacy of jobs.
And boy, the people across the state of Michigan desperate for jobs right now. Michigan, not a movie mecca just yet, but the state is certainly making progress. 35 movies were shot in Michigan last year, bringing in $125 million in revenue to the state. That is up, Christine, from just $2 million in 2007, so a big improvement.
And nothing compared to a multi-billion-dollar auto industry that's shrinking. What are your experience? You spent a week in Detroit talking to people, trying to get a sense of, is there going to be, will the city be the phoenix from the ashes?
You know, it just may because of the hope there. The people were so kind. It was that Midwest nice mixed with hope, and people want to stay there. It is their home. They don't want to leave. Most of the people very positive about it, but they have to retrain and they have to change their mindset. Governor Granholm of Michigan, we sat down with her when we were in Detroit, and she said people have to get out of the mentality that they can graduate from high school and get a great paying job at an auto factory and make about $100,000 a year. That's what a lot of the auto workers were eventually making. You can feed a family well on that. That's not going to happen anymore. She said they have to change their mindset that you can't do that now. You have to retrain into maybe the film industry, and some, you know, she's big on the renewable energy industry coming to Michigan. So it's all about changing that mindset. But I have hope for Detroit. The people there are fantastic.
And as Charles Anderson from the Detroit Urban League said, because they have to diversify. It can't just be just the film industry now, replacing just the auto industry. It's got to be a lot of different things. So it's interesting to see what they're working on. All right, Poppy Harlow. Thanks, Poppy. Sure.